Salutations friends, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is a collaboration. I reached out to some of my favorite YouTube fragrance reviewers and asked them to share their favorite spring scent. Now this isn't everybody. I reached out to some because I didn't want this video to be crazy long, but these guys are amazing. They have fantastic channels and I thought it would be nice to have a nice diverse group of people talking about their favorite spring scents. So this video is all about them. I already did my top spring list. I'll link it below if you guys are interested, but I thought it would be really cool to showcase some amazing reviewers on YouTube and they could share some of their favorite fragrances with you guys, specifically for spring. So let's get into it.
My name is Timmy from Imagine Scent, and first I'd like to thank Beauty Meow for having me on her channel. Glad to be here and glad to be a part of this major collab. Now for my favorite spring scent, I have two picked out for you guys, and they're both niche because I feel like niche is more special. So yeah, these are the two. Creed Silver Mountain Water, you guys probably all know this one, and from Atelier Cologne Filtered Ceylon. But let's talk about Silver Mountain Water first. Now Silver Mountain Water has got to be one of the most amazing spring fragrances out there, and also my favorite from the house of Creed. This evokes so much spring and it just feels so uplifting. It's super perfect for this time of year. The scent itself smells like a Swiss Alps. Like, it feels like you're on top of the mountain during springtime. You know, the flowers are blooming, the water, the ice on the mountain is starting to melt. There's a river. Oh my god, the berries are coming out. It's just so amazing. Just exactly that vibe with this fragrance right here. Super impressive and surprisingly amazing when it comes to compliments as well. A lot of people have complimented me on this fragrance, and if you haven't tried it, you really just have to try it. Next we have Filtered Ceylon. The simplest way to describe Filtered Ceylon is that it smells like winter tea, like a really nice, refreshing green tea vibe mixed with this like creamy, cooling vibe. Alright, so winter tea is how best to describe it, and to me this is one of the most unique scent ever. I've not smelled any fragrance that smells remotely close to this one, and it's just so fantastic for springtime. It's relaxing, it's uplifting, it's like cooling, refreshing at the same time. It's just wow. Like, the composition is just wow. Nothing like it on the market so far, and if you're a big fan of green tea or tea fragrance, you really cannot miss this one. Go check it out, Atelier's Cologne Filtered Ceylon. Alright, that's it for my two guys. Thank you again, Beauty Meow, and on to the next one.
What's going on, everybody? My name is Chris. My channel's name is Mr. Sillage. First off, I have to thank Kristin for allowing me to be on this collaboration. Holy crap, when she emailed me to ask me to be a part of this, I was ecstatic. Wait, does she have the right person? Talking about reaching fragrance goals, right? So Kristin, thank you so much. I'm excited to see what everybody else has to pick as well. As far as my fragrance that I'll be picking for my #1 fragrance that I'm excited to wear for the spring of 2018, I am picking Roja Dove's Elysium Perfume Cologne. It's Roja Dove's take on a modern fougere fragrance. You get juniper berries, citruses, ambergris, blackcurrant, vanilla. Just a real nice, mass appealing scent. Can be worn dressed up, dressed down. It's really lovely and super versatile, and that's why it is my #1 fragrance that I'll be rocking this spring of 2018. I'm really excited to see what everybody else has picked. Thank you guys so much, and as always, and most importantly, go frag yourselves.
Thank you so much for inviting me on to Beauty Meow. I'm so excited, and I want to share with everybody my favourite fragrance for spring. This is the one that I'm most excited to wear as the season starts to warm up and we can look forward to some warmer days, some brighter days. And the perfume that does that for me is Agonist, the Infidels. So I'm really excited to have this. It literally arrived yesterday. I did own a bottle. It was one of my very first full retail niche purchases way back when. So I actually used it all up. This is, for me, lots of citruses, but powdery and incensey at the same time. Some pepperiness and intrigue and exoticness. There's a whisper of vanilla in the dry down, but I'm actually going to wear it all day today, and then I'll come back to you because I need to remind myself how it works, because it's been at least 6 months since I last wore this one. So just one tick. So I'm back and I brought Sweetie with me because Kristin did invite us both on. So here's Sweetie for everybody. And on with Agnes the Infidel. So I've been wearing it all day. It's now about 5 PM and I resprayed it here about an hour ago. And I'm just going to respray the back of my hand, just so I can talk to you about the different stages of the perfume. Now, to be completely honest with you, you don't get a massive development with the Infidels. It starts off really citrusy and powdery, and you smell the incense straight away. It's like walking into a shop that sells incense, like a head shop. Really perfumey kind of incense. It's very sparkly and fizzy in the opening, but when it mellows down, that sparkliness does subside a little bit. It's very spring-like just because of the citruses, and the citruses remain throughout the entire journey of the perfume. It has lasted on my skin the entire day, and as I said before, you just get this whisper of vanilla, which is lovely. It's not a very strong vanilla. You also get a sweet woodsiness as well. Basically, that's kind of really all you get. It just slightly changes on your skin throughout the day. But it just, to me, is perfect for spring because you've got the lightness and the freshness of the citruses, which kind of make you think about sunshine. But there's depth to it because of the incense and the woods and that very light whisper of vanilla. I think it's really, really perfect for a spring day. Thank you, Kristin, for having me, and Sweetie very briefly, and on to the next person.
Hey everyone, it's me, Kim from Fragrancy Blog. Kristin asked me to share my favorite spring scent, and I actually have two fragrances I want to share with you guys. The first one is a fragrance that I have been wearing in the past 2 years during the springtime. It's Diptyque of Freesia. It's my favorite flower, and besides that this flower has a special meaning to me, I just really, really like this scent. It's a very good floral with a very nature-alike Freesia scent to it. So that's definitely one to check out, and it's very elegant, it's very light, it's very happy, and it's definitely a scent that can lift up your mood, in my opinion. The other one is a little bit more on the sensual side, would be perfect for other types of weather or season, but it's a scent I like to wear in springtime, and I've been wearing it quite a lot in the past few weeks, and it's Magnolia Sensual by Bulgari. Again, it's a very floral, fresh scent, very elegant, very classy, but this one is more sensual, like the name of the fragrance already says. This is a new one, Diptyque of Freesia. I think it's been around for a couple of years now. So yeah, these are my favorites, and I noticed that I wear quite a lot of floral fragrances during the springtime. I don't know why, it's just a pattern I see. So yeah, I'm looking forward to the other YouTubers and their favorite spring scents. And don't forget to check out my YouTube
Hi everyone, so this is my segment of my favorite spring fragrances, and before I get into them, I just wanted to thank you, Beauty Meow, Kristin, thank you so much for once again for including us in your video. It is very, very nice of you, and once again, thank you so much for this collaboration. It's going to be lots and lots of fun. Alright you guys, so when springtime comes, I think of like more so like heavily strong floral fragrance, and yeah, usually those type of fragrance are also my favorite. So let's dive right in because I don't want to take too much time. I could talk about fragrance like all day long. Okay, so my first one, I wanted to show you Maison Lancôme Lavance Trianon right here. So this is a lavender based fragrance. You guys, this is a very smooth, very soft, floral, very uplifting. It just yeah, like it puts you in a great mood. It's sweet too as well. I absolutely love it. I love it, you know, when I wear it, you know, to bed. It is such an intimate type of fragrance. And also, you guys, look at the bottle right here. Look how beautiful this is. It is a work of art right here. And the juice, oh my goodness, the gold juice right here makes it so luxurious, you guys. So I absolutely love it. So that is my first pick. My second pick is Creed Spring Flower right here. Now this fragrance right here smells very fresh, very sweet, very fruity, and it has like a hint of floral. Oh my goodness, you guys. This smells like you're like fresh out of the shower, and then standing in front of you is like a basket of fresh cut fruit waiting for you, you know, to devour when you get out of the shower, you guys. It is so nice. It lasts all day too. I am so surprised because usually a bright, vibrant fragrance like this sometimes doesn't last very long, but this Creed Spring Flower right here lasts for me all day. I absolutely love it. I love wearing this, you know, during the daytime. It is really beautiful, sparkly, and it's such an amazing fragrance. And look at the bottle. It is so cute. It's like this beautiful pink color. I absolutely love it. Now for my last pick, I picked Tom Ford Champaca Absolute right here. Now you guys, this fragrance is straight up floral. It is like a power punch in your face. It has a powdery scent to it, and it's very alluring, it's very sexy, seductive, but it has that spring, maybe summer, essence to it. It's like if you were to sniff a flower like right in front of you. Like it has that strong, intense aroma to it. Very classy, very beautiful. I absolutely love it. I love wearing this at nighttime. I wear this to the gym too, and you guys, it is a power punch. Like, it is like absolutely amazing, mystical, royal, expensive, luxurious, like pretty much like all of that name represents Champaca Absolute right here. I absolutely love it. Alright, you guys, I'm pretty sure I took up all 3 minutes, and so these are my spring picks right here. I hope you guys like it, and once again, Kristin, thank you so much for including us in your video collaboration. And until next time, I'll see you guys later.
Hey, Kristin. Bye. My pick for my favorite fragrance for spring of 2018 is going to be Truth, Beauty, Freedom, Love from 4,162 Days. That is a mouthful. But what I like about this fragrance is it's not your average run-of-the-mill spring fragrance. It's not a floral or a citrus-based fragrance. This fragrance has a prominent note of hay to me. It's also got some vanilla and some iris and violet and tobacco and apricot. It sits rather close to the skin, but it reminds me of my youth. That's what I like about it so much. It takes me back to my youth. Not that it smells youthful at all, but it reminds me of a very beautiful spring day with the sun shining, a cool breeze, flowers all around me in a meadow perhaps, and just the smell of hay in the background. And it just reminds me of being a kid and running around and just being very carefree. And that's what I love about this fragrance. It's a very bohemian type fragrance, and it just makes me feel free. So the fact that it has freedom in the name, I mean, all of these things ring true to the name, Truth, Beauty, Freedom, Love. It just brings me back to inside when, you know, life was simple. Life was very carefree, and that's what I love about this fragrance. I hope you guys are having a beautiful spring. Thank you so much.
Hey guys, Tina here, the Critical Virgo. Thank you, Beauty Mail, for asking me to be a part of this. I'm going to share with you guys 2 of my favorite scents for spring. And I've been talking about these quite a bit. I actually did a whole feature on them. It's from Atelier Bloom, or Atelier Blum, not really sure, like I said in my videos, and it's 1614 and New Amsterdam. I'll start off with 1614. It is this gorgeous, woody, floral, musky combo. It's got this really beautiful jasmine in it, and I love their rose. It is insane. Also, the clover in here is just to die for. It's really light. It's slightly powdery. It's not heavy on the powder. You guys know I don't like that. But it's really easy to wear, especially as the temperature warms up. I'm really loving this one. Put a huge dent in it. I did give a little bit away in a giveaway, but this, it doesn't really last that long, but again, it is very beautiful. And I also noticed that these fragrances are on Scentbird now, so you can definitely try them out for a really good price. And then we got New Amsterdam. This is one of my favorites. I'm a little partial to it because I'm a huge fan of Le Labo Rose 31, and this reminds me of a very muted version of that. It's just incredible. It's got this nice spiciness to it in the opening. The rose is really refined. It's sweet and woody and such an easy wear. One of the things that I actually prefer about this over Le Labo's Rose 31 is I find on my skin the Le Labo fragrance to have like this really sharp quality to it that can be a little off-putting, especially if it's really hot out. So I do actually prefer this one. Longevity on this is okay on my skin, but you guys know me. So I would definitely say if you can, go check these both out. I know that Scentbird, like I said earlier, is carrying some of these. I'm not sure if these are both on there, but for what, $14.95, you can't go wrong, guys. Check it out. Hope you enjoyed this. And now we're on to the next person.
Hey, it's Sebastian with Smelling Great Fragrance Reviews. Kristin, thanks so much for letting me a part of this Spring Fragrances collaboration video. And the fragrance I chose for spring is none other than the one that I featured at #1 in my top 20 spring fragrances video, Amouage Lyric Man, or Lyric for Men. Now what I like about Amouage Lyric Man is the fact that it's all about rose. And I absolutely love rose, but sometimes rose fragrances can be too heavy for spring and summer. But sometimes rose fragrances can be a little overwhelming to wear in the spring. But Lyric Man is actually perfect for spring. What I like about Lyric Man is the fact that it's a great combo of rose, lime, incense, musk, angelica, pine, bergamot, vanilla, sandalwood, ginger. Great concoction of notes. They work so well together. The rose is king here next to the lime, and I get a big dose of ginger as well. The three notes for me are an absolute delight. You also still experience the smokiness from the incense, and that musk is pretty big as well. But a truly one-of-a-kind fragrance from Amouage. I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite rose fragrances. And I find this fragrance to be a unisex fragrance. Even though it's called Lyric Man or Lyric for Men, men and women can wear this one. They should have just called it Lyric. I've heard some men say it's a little more feminine than masculine. I don't agree with that part, but then again, each nose is different. I find it to be right down the middle of unisex. If you don't know Lyric Man, I highly recommend it for both men and women. Do check it out because I find this to be perfect for spring, and I'm definitely going to wear this one and put it to good use this spring. Thank you so much.
Salutations, friends, and welcome back to Kristin's channel. When Kristin had asked me if I wanted to do the spring collab with her, I immediately said yes. I knew I wanted to. I knew immediately wanted to do this, and immediately knew what fragrance was going to be the fragrance I chose. And out of all of my collection, this is personally my most springy perfume. And it immediately when she said, "Do you want to do a mini review on your favorite spring fragrance?" immediately knew it was going to be Katy Perry's Killer Queen Spring Rain. So although it does say Spring Rain in the name, which obviously gives away that it is meant for spring, this fragrance is a beast. It is definitely the most hands-down springy fragrance in my collection. And I have a little 30 ounce or 30 milliliter of this somewhere, and I have almost used all of that. And I have the 100 milliliter here as well. And eventually I'll probably start denting into this one as well, just because it is such a great spring fragrance. This fragrance, I will say, does remind me a lot of Marc Jacobs' Daisy, but without all the BS and all the extra frou-frou stuff that's thrown in there. This fragrance is really kind of underrated, partly because it's got the Katy Perry name on it, so it's got a celebrity name attached to it. And I know a lot of people don't like celebrity fragrances, but this one's definitely kind of a diamond in the rough, because this one, like I said, it reminds me a lot of Daisy. It shares the violet that the Daisy has, but it doesn't have like the strawberries and all the other like extra stuff that's thrown in there. This one's really kind of a spring day, straight out the garden. It literally smells like you're walking through a fresh cut garden, or just a garden after the rain. It's very airy, it's very ozonic, it's very it's got a wetness to it, and the florals that are in here smell like actual flowers, and they don't have like a really synthetic edge to them. This one's got top notes of pink freesia, violet petals, and cassis buds, with middle notes of natural Davana oil, gardenia, and mayflower rose, with base notes of cedarwood oil and cashmerean. Now, natural Davana oil actually changes on everybody's skin, and kind of adapts, and it's really nice that they put in there because it is a very green and earthy note, but it also changes and adapts to every single person who wears it, and I really, really like that, because it makes that fragrance unique for the person wearing it, and it's not going to be the same way, although no fragrances smell the same on everyone. This one really wants to make sure it doesn't smell the same on anyone. With this one, it does last quite a long time, especially for it being a springtime fragrance. And that's like the thing that I love about this, is because a lot of times when you get those springier, airier scents, they don't always last that long, and if they do, they're almost overpowering. This one, like I said, Marc Jacobs Daisy. If you like Marc Jacobs Daisy, give this one a try, because I almost feel like this one's done better than Marc Jacobs Daisy, just because it doesn't have all that extra stuff thrown in there. So, there you guys go. There is my little mini review of Katy Perry's Killer Queen Spring Rain. Thank you again to Kristin for asking me to be a part of this collab, and I hope you guys have a great, great day. Bye.
Hey everybody, my name's Pep. I'm from the channel The Scentinel, and I just want to say thank you to Kristin for asking me to be part of this collaboration to talk about a favourite spring fragrance. Now here, where I live in Melbourne, we're actually moving into autumn, but what I find in this city is that the difference between spring and autumn isn't that great. When I think about spring, I like to think about fragrances that have a freshness, they're aromatic, and just a feeling of clean, nothing too heavy, and nothing too, nothing like an aquatic or anything like that. So a genre that's in that ballpark for me is the Fougere. And one of my favorite in my collection is 1881 Pour Homme by Nino Cerruti. What I love about this is that this is a really good quality, and I've found this 100ml bottle, I mean, it can be had for about $30 to $40 Australian, which is what I paid for it. But when you spray this, really, for its genre, it is just an excellent fragrance. It's got that freshness, it's got that greenness that you'd expect from a Fougere. It is a little bit old school, which I like. I mean, probably for someone like me, I can definitely pull off wearing this, but it's kind of an underrated gem, I think, and I haven't spoken about it enough on my channel, and I haven't done a proper review of it, which I will do soon. But that's one of my favorites for spring. It's 1881 by Nino Cerruti, Pour Homme. And thank you once again, Kristin, for having me on. And next reviewer.
First of all, thank you so much, Kristin, for allowing me to be part of this collab. And for those of you who don't know me, hi, my name is Hannah and I'm from the Broadwalk, and I'm just gonna go straight into my favorite spring fragrance. Now, where I live in the tropics, so I don't really get seasons here, but I have experienced spring before where, you know, the air is really crisp, it's kind of cool out, and, you know, it is kind of that opening chapter to the rest of the year. And for that, I like to wear this Penhaligon's Elanesia. This is a wonderful floral. I'm not a huge fan of really heavy florals, but this one is light, it's ethereal, it's almost pure smelling. It has predominantly gardenia, tuberose, a little bit of rose in there as well. In the base you have plum, which is one of my favorite notes of all time. I really do like plum as like a fruit note, and vanilla. Now it does sound kind of complex and heavy, but this to me smells like you're in a gardenia garden and you smell kind of like the fresh leaves that has just been rained on, or there's like morning dew in the air. It's kind of watery. It's a little bit ozonic, but not overly so, because I can't stand if it's too ozonic. So it actually strikes the perfect balance for me, where the florals are not overbearing. It's very kind of vegetal and realistic without being too earthy. It smells really clean, beautiful, pristine, and it just puts you in like the best mood ever. I honestly think that if you're planning to get married, or if you have a wedding to attend to this spring, this would be a lovely kind of like wedding scent, because it's just so pure and happy and just so bright and hopeful, I feel. So I really love Elanesia. It is, to me, quite feminine leaning, but you know, to each their own, and it does have a slight bitter vegetal kind of stemmy quality to it that might help it kind of like work well with any guys as well. Though ladies, this one's beautiful to wear. So that is my pick for my favorite spring fragrance. I hope you guys check it out, and thank you so much for letting me be a part of this collab.
Hey everyone, Peter here from the channel FragranceView. I've picked 3 fragrances in my collection that remind me the most of spring. The first one is new to my collection. It's for Tommelise Fateh Sultan Mehmed. This is built around apple, petitgrain, there's tulip, rose, iris and ambergris, among others, but this one is really hard to describe actually. But it's kind of ethereal and reminds me a lot of spring. It's, in a way, it kind of reminds me of a very expensive luxurious soap. It's quite clean, and I think the florals help that, and reminds me a lot of kind of the springtime. That's when I would probably wear it the most, is during spring. The second is from a matriarch called Madrona, and this one is beautiful lavender, and it's just aromatic, dry, herbal lavender. Very, very smooth though, with a beautiful, smooth, woody vetiver and just a hint of iris. The iris doesn't come across powdery, and when I first reviewed this, I actually thought it was a note of violet, because when I picture colour, it reminded me of a very delicate purple petal in and amongst the lavender. But yeah, I love this for spring and summer, and it's my favourite lavender fragrance. And for designer, I picked Narciso Rodriguez EDP for him. Although it's for him, it's unisex, a woman could wear it. If you don't like musk, you won't like it. This is very, very, very synthetic musk, so if you're not a fan of that, then avoid this one. But it's a floral modern musk, and it reminds me the most of spring. I enjoy it. Thank you, Kristin. I love your channel, and on to the next.
My name is Yana, and I'm from YouTube channel Tommelise. On my channel, I review indie and niche fragrances, and also film first impressions on the brand new designer releases. So if you're not familiar with my channel yet, make sure to check it out. And now let's talk about my favorite fragrances for spring. And my first recommendation is just perfect for all the lovers of floral compositions out there. It is called Maya, and it is by the brand new indie perfume house from Bangkok that is called Strangers. They have amazing line of fragrances because all of them are unique, but they are also very affordable. So if you have never tried them out yet, make sure to do that. And let's talk about Maya. In my opinion, Maya is just a perfect floral composition for spring because it was inspired by the goddess of spring, and it features a ton of exotic Asian flowers that we are not used to. That's why it smells definitely very different. I promise you that you have never smelled a floral composition like this, and it just smells so youthful, so beautiful, so opulent, but at the same time it is not overwhelming at all. And I got so many compliments every time I was wearing this scent. So it is definitely a very attractive floral composition, and it is leaning more feminine side. However, in my opinion, if you are a guy and you love floral perfumes, you definitely need to check out Maya. Highly recommend it to all of you guys who love floral scents. My next recommendation is my perfume that is called Powder and Dust, and it is from my collaboration with Sven Pritzkalite. Now guys, this perfume is just awesome for spring and summer because it is very complex. So it starts with a fruity opening of glossy pear and sparkling champagne. So this scent is glamorous straight away, but with time it changes and it gets more powdery and floral, and that is because of the queen of this composition, that is Mimosa. It has this fluffy texture and a little bit of a green tea undertone. That's why it's also a little bit like fresh, and the dry down is musky, gentle, and I am in love with this perfume so much. Every person that has smelled it told me that this is so unusual, so unique. That's why I highly recommend you guys to try this. It is so good and very luxurious. There is patchouli for the depth, so it is a very long-lasting perfume, high quality, and it is also unisex. So it is perfect for all people who love something very glamorous and luxurious. And finally, for all of you who are not the biggest fan of floral or citrusy or powdery compositions, I have a perfect option. This is Jardin de Iris, and it is by Print Perfume. This is kind of like an abstract scent. It was inspired by Japanese iris, which is not powdery like iris that we are used to. It is different. It is almost watery, and this fragrance smells like the biggest colorful rainbow that you have ever seen in your life and deep blue sky. It is long lasting, it does project, and no one else will smell like Jardin de Iris. So it is truly unique, and even my boyfriend, who is very picky with perfumes, loves it. That's why I highly recommend it to men and women. And that was all from me, guys. Make sure to check out my channel.
Everyone who is able to contribute to this amazing collaboration. I was unable to get everybody, so if you didn't see your favorite reviewer on here, I'm going to try and get them for my next collab. I like to have as many people as possible to really showcase the amazing talent on YouTube. So a humongous thank you to everyone who was able to participate. I will link all of their channels below. Make sure to check them out and subscribe if you feel so inclined. They are all amazing and their channels have fantastic content. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you like collaborations like this and videos like this, I'm always willing to put in the time and effort and to reach out to amazing people to see if they would like to be a part of projects like this. So make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you're interested in it. This is around the time I usually ask you guys to subscribe if you like those types of things, but I would much rather you guys subscribe to these other people's channels because they are all amazing. So thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed it, and I would also like to know what your favorite scents for spring are. Were any of your favorites mentioned? And if not, which ones do you love and which ones have you been reaching for this spring? As always, guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.